Alright, hello everyone. This is Rich, and I am here with a DVD update for February 8th, 2010. It's been about 2 weeks since I did my last DVD update thing, so here we go. Gonna start off with Rifftrax. Everyone loves the Rifftrax, especially me. Gonna start off with the ones I like, but I don't. I actually got one just to see if it would be any better. Drag Me to Hell on Rifftrax. Yet again, it's funny, but I really do think it's the movie. As much as I like the movie Drag Me to Hell, yet again, even with it being Rifftrax, it has really no fucking rewatch value. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't make it past 30 minutes of this film. Even with Rifftrax and with it being funny, it just wasn't. Next is Xmen. It was funny. I'm not gonna, check it out if you're a fan of the first one. It's funny. I'm not going to say anything more about that. Next one, though, is very funny. Maniac, not the, what the hell's his name? Joe Spinell movie, but it's like this old movie from like the 1930s. About an hour long, about this guy who goes crazy and dresses up like a mad scientist that he murdered. And, yeah, and he goes crazy and stuff, but yeah, they riff-track the hell out of this. Oh my god, it is so funny. It reminds me of the shorts that they do on the site you can buy. But yeah, totally worth a check out if you could, if you want to get it. Yeah, and actually there's boobs in this. Who knew like a movie from the 1930s had boobs? I didn't even know boobs existed in the 1930s. So yeah. I like this one. Next is one I actually laughed out loud a bunch of times because they just ripped the hell out of this film. And it deserves a good riffing because this film, sometimes people take it way too serious even though it's not historically accurate at all. 300? Oh my god, it was funny as hell. I totally recommend this one. This one, I would say, is probably my top 10 of Rifftrax that I have. I have about like 30 or 40, something like that, but yeah. I would definitely put it up there. It was very funny. See, here come this. What should we do next? I have fan edits. Fan edits are awesome, as I found out. I got this place, what is it called? fanedit.org or something like that. I'm going to start with the one that I kind of liked. Because I just downloaded them just to see how they were, and I was like, holy shit, these are really fucking good. So the first one I watched was the Matrix DeZIONized, where they take Matrix Reloaded and Matrix Revolutions, and they take all the Zion shit out of there, and it's quite interesting. It goes back to like the way it feels when you're watching the first Matrix, but they're not going back from the real world to this world to that world to here to there. They kind of keep it within either the Nebuchadnezzar or in the Matrix itself, which is pretty cool. There's actually a few parts where they're actually in the real world, like when Neo is like destroying the squid things and stuff like that, but it's quite good. I mean, if you're a fan of the Matrix, I don't know, you might be pissed that they did this, but if you think the Zion parts make it slow, it's definitely worth a check out. Yeah, as I said, you could download it or find a place to download through the fan edit site. Next one is something that I've never seen before, and if you're a fan of Evil Dead or Army of Darkness, you need to put it upon yourself to download this, because this is the most complete version of Army of Darkness that I've ever seen. It actually had a scene in here that I've never seen before. Army of Darkness, the Primitive Screwhead Edition. The regular running time, I believe, of Army of Darkness is 81 minutes. You know how long this one is? 104. Fuck yeah. It actually has this Ash meeting Henry the Red scene that's later on in the film. I've never seen that scene before, ever. It's actually digitally remastered. All the little shit that's put in there has been like carefully recolorized and all that shit to the best it can be. And other than really, I think the Henry the Red scene, which was some like from VHS from God knows where. I mean, it was cleaned up a lot, but awesome, awesome, awesome. I mean, even like I've seen the bootleg edition of Army of Darkness, still isn't as long as this version. So if you think you got the best version of Army of Darkness out there, this is the one. This is made by fans. This is the shit. And lastly, another one that was made by a true fucking fan of Dawn of the Dead. A true fan. And Dawn of the Dead, the Extended Mall Hours edition. And this puppy runs at approximately 155 minutes, which is 1 minute less than the German version of Dawn of the Dead. But this version has a lot of shit that I actually never seen, and I've seen that like super duper pack version of Dawn of the Dead. They released a couple years ago with the Argento cut and the Romero cut and some other cut in there, the European cut or whatever. And still, there's more shit in here than in all those cuts. Just little things, like little dialogue here, a little scene here, a little angle this. But yeah, you add that up and it's about extra, I think 16 minutes added to the film. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of Dawn of the Dead, and I know one of my Facebook fans, Jamie, is, you got to take it upon yourself to find this, because it is awesome. And I love the cover art that they did. They like mix the new Dawn of the Dead, which is terrible, but they mixed that with the old version. They kind of meshed that together. I think that's pretty cool, in my opinion. So yeah, whoever made this, you rule. Should I do one more? I'll do one more. Just one of those. Orphan. Creepy kid movie. Goes around like the bad seed. Girl gets adopted by family, and shenanigans start happening, and the other siblings in the house start getting like bad shit starts happening to them, and the deaf girl that's in there starts like doing bad shit with the orphan girl, and it has a great twist of an ending, because I mean, when I first saw the trailers for this, I thought she was like a ghost, and I'm like, no, it can't be that, because that wouldn't make sense in certain aspects. But yeah, it's definitely, she's not a ghost. It's definitely something more interesting. And if you see my review of this when it first came out, you kind of already know what happened, because I spoiled it in a review. Yeah. But yeah, check it out. It's definitely good for one watch, a rent at very least. You know, if you're a fan of The Good Son or Bad Seed, check it out. Alright, this is my end of my part one. I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish more left. Alright, so be back part two.